the wheels fell off when I'm going to teach at a summer intensive somewhere. Oh, Dallas, Fort Worth. And I'm on my way to the airport, and I get pulled over because I'm probably speeding.
Mm.
And when I get pulled over, I go to jail because I have warrants for my arrest because I got a ticket at some point that I forgot to pay. And then if you don't pay and then you don't go to court, that's the warrants for not paying and the warrants for not going to court. So I got 4 warrants. So they got to take me in.
Yeah.
I get in the back of the car, and the guy's looking at me in the rear view. He goes, "I know you from somewhere." I said, "Well, I'm a dancer with the Houston Ballet," and diggy 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 dig, like that. And I'd retired by that point, 2 or 3 years before, and but I still worked for the ballet, and I still do work for the ballet. But I'm going on about this. He goes, "You're my wife's favorite ballerina. That's who you are." He goes, "Damn, I've already pushed the button," which means I have to go in because
Yeah.
he's already pushed the button that they're taking me in.
Yeah.
He goes, "But you'll probably, don't worry about it." So I wasn't cuffed. I could use my phone. So I'm calling people, getting a friend to like, "Look, I'm about to go down to the thing. You got to bail me out because it's not like I haven't done this before.
Yeah.
You got to bail me out. Blah, blah, blah. I'll pay you when I get out. Da, 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 da. Lo and behold, the night before when I was packing, I'm sure I'd gotten some blow. And I had a package a little baggie in my wallet or something that I'd forgotten about, I guess. And there wasn't anything in it. Well, there was a trace in it.
Sure.
And that's all that there has to be in there. So I'm now, city jail has now gone to county, which is a totally different monster.
Mm.
And
There's no
I'll never
wiggling
forget.
out of that.
Oh, hell, no. No, 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 no. And I was the last person in the little car. We go down to county, and it was totally different. It was not the little pajama party that is city jail, which people probably wouldn't think that, but when you're fucked up, that's what you think, right? And I go to county, and the seat is cement, and there's like this crackhead sleeping on me because she's been up all night, and the people walking in over there that are chained to each other have blood on them because they've been fighting. And I wasn't just in here with like hookers and a couple people that got drunk at a bar. I'm now in. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
The Sugar Plum Fairy has gone to jail.
Yeah. You're in the big
Straight up,
leagues.
straight up. And I was like, and my head goes. I go, how? I literally have this moment of WTF? How did I get here? And I'm sitting there with this chick sleeping on me over here. And I'm looking around and I'm going, really, Lauren? Really? I mean, and there was this moment of clarity. Like a second of, okay, I got to do something.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what it is.
But I got to do something.
And I did know what it was. Because, believe it or not, Kyle, my ex-husband, said to me before, "Do you need help with," he was trying to figure it out. At this point, I didn't know that he'd found some stuff around, and he was accusing the kids. He's like, "Did y'all do, did you get this from school?" And he didn't say anything to me.
Because how old is Lawrence at that point?
Lawrence is when I got sober, he was 6.
Okay.
So he was probably 5.5.
Okay.
Or 6. He may have been 6. Because this was 2009.
Okay.
And so now I've got a case, and I get a lawyer. Well, first, okay, I got a case first, and I have to go to court. However, I was on my way to the airport to go to Fort Worth to teach. Now, the only way I'm going to be able to pay this chick back who has bailed me out is if I go teach. I need to get to the airport and teach. So I go to the car that's in thing, I get my bag, and I take off for the airport. My parents are in Aruba, and Kyle is on a cruise ship playing a jazz cruise. So somebody's bailed me out. She left a note on my dad's door of where I am. Kyle, I can't get a hold of. He's, they get back. I take off for Fort Worth to go. Now, when I get to Fort Worth, do you think I stop drinking and drugging? No. I get there. I drink the whole time. I smoke weed. I don't do anything else. And when I get back, I got to go to court.
Right.
I get back. I get an attorney. I tell my dad what happened. I do not tell Kyle. I'd say to him, that I have to go to court. I got some traffic stuff. I got to. Now Kyle is known all over Houston. He got friends everywhere.
Mm.
He finds out about the court case. He shows up in court that day. I memean, it's a storm. I'm there with my dad. He goes, you need to tell your husband. You need to tell your husband. I'm like, yeah. Let's just get through this. Let's just, because I don't even know. So I get there. We go through this whole thing. Kyle sits down next to me and grabs my hand and holds my hand. And I start crying. I get up to the thing. And the best thing that happened, Judge Regan, I'll never forget, she saved my life. She goes, okay, Lauren Anderson, my favorite ballerina is Lauren Anderson. And I couldn't have been any smaller. I look up at her and she started stamping stuff. Deferred adjudication. I don't want to see you back in this court for 365 days. As long as you don't do anything wrong, You have to go to probation for a year, pay Crime Stoppers $500, do 200 hours of community service, and get this paper signed. Yes, you have to go to 12-step meetings for a year. You have to have this paper signed for a year. So these are all the conditions of your deferred adjudication. You step out of line in any of this, you're a felon.
There you go. Wow.
That was enough for me.
That's a lot.
All of that together was enough for me. The Sugar Plum Fairy going to jail I thought was enough, but I still went and drank and did drugs. Anyway, all of that together was enough. Kyle put his wedding band on the television. He said, I'm done. He said, I love you. I will support you, and I will help you get help. Do you want help? I said, I need help. He said, great. He made some phone calls. I talked to my attorney. I ended up at the park. It's treatment, basically. We filled out all the paperwork, did all the things. This kind of freaked me out. They said, okay, well, she can do outpatient. I was like, you're letting me out? So I had to do this outpatient thing and sit in I hated it. Oh my goodness, I hated it in the beginning. I had to go and sit in a group with people for 2 hours every day. It was horrible. It was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I appreciate you guys listening to the Stacking Days podcast. I hope this episode added value to your recovery and wellness journey. Before we go our separate ways, let's connect on social. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Stacking Days or via the website www.stackingdays.com. By supporting the show, you can play a direct role in amplifying people of color in their pursuit of recovery. The easiest way to do that is to subscribe or hit the follow button. This way, you'll never miss an episode, all while playing an active part in creating the ecosystem where diverse voices and healing matter. This show is for the purpose of education and connection and is not a replacement for therapy or recovery care. For more information on the resources and support available, take a look at SAMHSA and some other resources shared in the description. Until we meet again, be well, one day at a time.